I don't think it's controversial to say that the Colgera boss fight is absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about it. A cold wind blows, a snow begins to fall, a monstrous form throws you off the deck and into the freezing maelstrom above you. It thinks you to be easy prey. It will be the last mistake it ever makes. And now begins what I think is one of the most fun boss battles that I and many other people have ever played. It's not even particularly hard, and to be fair, I did beat it the first time, even with massive Joy-Con drift. But I still found it compelling and memorable. When I was fighting the Queen Gibdo, the rock thing in the underground Goron City, and the weird little thing, the nasty little guy that turns into a much cooler shark, the only thing I could keep comparing it to was the Colgera boss fight on the Stormwind arc. It was an absolutely iconic moment that I think encapsulates the feeling of the game and the Sky Islands themselves. While the other boss fights and temples have their themes within the story, and one also takes place in the sky, they don't feel as appropriate to me as Sky Islands or within the theme of the Zonai, so allow me to break this down. It starts with the Great Wellspring of Hyrule, which level design-wise I find neat and compelling with the Zora chess piece from the first game, giving you a crash course in how it will be useful in other instances with Sky Island travel. Like all other temples, it also references to the divine beasts associated with the race and culture of the area from the first game. Now the reason I bring this up is purely because, like the Stormwind arc, the path to get to and routes to solve the Water Temple are all Sky Islands. But, and probably because of the theming of the Zora, it is a battle that doesn't really revolve around the sky, and the only other boss fight you fight on or in or about a Sky Island is the Colgera from the Wind Temple. While the temple designs are related and going in and around the wellspring like you do the arc, that is where the relation ceases. The boss fight is annoying, and Sidon's power, while useful in combat, is not enough to keep up with the sheer amount of muck that freaky little guy spews to get away from you. Now, this did get me to use Zonai tech to combat the muck. It was still annoying to me and did not get to highlight Sidon's power because it was often not as consequential, as I would just use a Splash Fruit arrow to take out the Muck Shark form so that I could melee. The fight lacked the feeling of the sky that I think would have tied it all together. For corrections, maybe we'll go into that later. But first, the path to the Stormwind arc is foreboding, dangerous, and thematic. The bouncing ships, while a little on the nose and not as thematically tight as the waterfalls from the Wellspring, are still fun. And more so, it's not the star of the show. The temple itself uses them within the traversal options and is a little goofy, but holds the theme from the path up to the temple itself. But then we get to the boss fight itself. This fight is fucking amazing. The idea that you can maneuver and destroy the glass hit spots via era, or do what I do by using the diving mechanic to break the portions, is amazing. There are little options or uses for Zonai tech here, which is a shame, but the constant fluidity and movement of the battle itself doesn't require it. Furthermore, Toon's ability to move you quickly while being able to stay on your glider is a great aerial traversal option, but also fits nicely within the boss attack patterns. The tornado spawns are honestly the only annoying portion to the fight, but only annoying in the sense that I am not the best gamer, and I often get hit by them. Next up on our agenda are the vibes. They're immaculate and only enhanced by the music. The frozen theme of the Rito village is somber and melancholic. For obvious reasons, they're starving. But the melody itself is a portion of the Colgera fight music, a triumphant song that reigns over the boss fight. And it sets the tone. I feel engaged, I feel emotive, and believe that this music paces well with the fight itself, the pitch rising and falling as the motions of the battle, diving through obstacles and rising back on your glider to ready yourself for the next attack. And these vibes are all the reason that I've done this piece. The whole reason was a huge what if. Now, I understand that, yes, you can shoot under and up at Colgera with Link's bullet time. To refresh myself for the writing of this script, I watched a few different methods of taking on the boss. But there's a difference here, because instead of raising your bow and firing while standing stiff as a board as Link is programmed to do, I wanted to take the approach of a more action-paced and fluid motion. One after diving through the glass pane, Link whips around and fires another arrow while falling to earth, still in the idea of the bullet time, but a more fluid and direct motion. And you know, with that part of the soundtrack, the best part. So, there you have it, a much shorter video than normal, but I couldn't find as much to say for this one as I could others, but it was still a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me, I appreciate the time you've taken to watch this. If you would like to join others like Beck3D, Outlander, S. Nepley, and Jay over on my Patreon, you can watch videos like this early and ad-free. You also get access to my entire library of work, and you can read my comics and stories. I hope to see you there, and thank you so much for your support. And if you don't want to go to my Patreon, that is also fine. Please just consider commenting and tell me what you think about this video and the art itself. Until next time, cheers!